All right. What is up, everyone?
Hey,
How's it
hey, hey.
going? What's up,
What up, what up,
Anakin?
what
Hey,
up?
Poutine.
Hey, see what's up? Oh, man. Woo. It's funny, I didn't know we were going to be talking about this actual FOMO
I didn't
story.
think about it either until I saw everyone posting books that they were selling or giving away or buying, and I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, we
so
got to talk about this.
so what's funny is that I was actually thinking about this exact same book yesterday, and I'm not gonna lie, I had some FOMO. I grabbed 4 copies off eBay, like about $23 yesterday. And now I checked today, that book is actually up to $40. So this is the FOMO book for sure. Hey, what up, Mark Spector? Anakin, get in here. Yeah, so it's funny like you said that. I was laughing, like I laughed when I first read the thumbnail. I was like, oh, because that's of the Spider-Man, but then I read it again. I was like, oh no, that is the actual Black Panther that I bought. So yeah, it
Yeah.
was pretty funny.
So you picked up 4 for cover price,
Yes,
and you've already sold one.
No, I'm not selling anything right now.
Okay.
I'm just getting them first. But I scoured all through eBay yesterday, and I started seeing that some of them were going up a little. So I was like, I found a list that had like 4 left, so I just grabbed all of them, and I paid for them. Okay,
I understand that, Mark.
It's all good, my friend. Don't worry about it. I'll stay up late for the both of us.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was actually lucky able to find 4. I mean, I'm gonna look online while we're talking, see if there's any more. But yeah, I looked today just as we were speaking, and yeah, I showed you. I took a screenshot of one that was selling for $40, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So this is the next FOMO book. It seems like
it's
you
totally
have to do,
FOMO.
all you gotta do is put Ultimate in front of these things now. That's it. And you got it. And you got yourself a hit. I'm gonna have a comic that's gonna come out. I'm gonna put Ultimate Symbiotic. Watch you laugh. I'm gonna make a red one. I'm actually making a foil cover. Okay, so here's what's going on with this, guys. I do have my comic, right? And you guys know the comic and all that. Okay, I have 114 of them that are due to me because the covers, the spines didn't come out right. The way he explained it, I guess at a certain cut and a certain width, like they try to do it all in mass production. So these 114 just got messed up. So I was gonna have him do those covers over for me, but instead I'm gonna have those done over in a foil cover. So I'm gonna have soon 114 limited edition ones that I'm not gonna ever make again. I just did this only because I thought about it afterwards. I was like, damn, I wanted to make some foil cover ones, but since I send these books in, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put on it the FOMO edition. But yeah, I'm telling you, these books are crazy, man. Like I don't know what's going on with the Ultimate series.
Speaking of foils.
Yeah, show me that. Oh, yeah.
I don't normally buy into this, but like this is one of my favorite covers of all time.
Oh yeah, I'm looking for something.
I had to pick it up in a foil.
Yeah, I mean, I have one picked up for me. I gotta go get.
Yeah.
I may go get it this weekend, but I definitely have one, and I'm gonna go probably check tomorrow, see if I find any more. But yeah, I'm on the lookout for all the Ultimate now because I don't know what's going on with the Ultimate. So let's talk about this FOMO of the Ultimate. I mean, I get it. Hey, what up?
Yo, Alex, how's it going?
What up, kid? Put your mic on, son.
What's up, everyone? Sorry I've been
Alex,
absent.
did you pick up?
I started my MBA program last month, and
Oh,
I've been busy.
Oh, nice.
Congratulations.
And I've been sick with COVID for the past week, so
I'm doing good. That, man.
How's everyone doing? I missed you all.
Good.
Doing good. We missed you.
Good. We've just been holding it down while you're holding it down, my friend. It's all good,
Yeah,
I hear you. The COVID sucks, man. I had a couple of people in the house that had COVID, but I don't know. I must be immune to it. Yes.
I've never tested positive.
I'm immune to it. I was around 3 people. I didn't I didn't try to hide. I was like, look, if I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it. No worries. And
this is my second time getting it. The first time was of July last year.
Yeah, I think I got it once in July of wasn't last year? I think it was in July last year.
Oh my God, we got it at the same
4th
time.
Of July, almost the 4th of July, and that was the last time I've had it. Wait, was it the year before? I'm sorry, not this.
Oh, 2022.
The year before, yeah, 2022. Oh. So I was like, I thought I was gonna get it. I was gonna be due. Okay, other call for Ultimate Spider-Man 1.
So, Chris, you were saying something? If I picked up what?
Did you pick up Ultimate Black Panther?
No, I haven't been to the comic book shop in over a month.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I
Issues
saw
with
this issue
FOMO.
of them losing 12,000 copies. Like,
Why was it? Is it
losing?
good?
Really? You lost 12,000 copies?
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I know where you lost them. Yo, I'm gonna call my cousin Vinny, see if he found them. Hey, yo,
So-
Vinny, you seen those comics falling off the truck?
I also just got sent this. Huge shout out to Comic Capsule. If you haven't heard of them before, they're definitely a really awesome way to encapsulate your comics without doing it permanently
Oh
through
yes,
CGC.
yes. Great product.
But this is the Boss Logic cover,
Woo!
and that's going
nice.
for 110 and a 9.8.
But
Damn.
now,
I mean, that's a pretty sweet cover.
yeah,
That
that's
is.
a nice cover.
That one I can see being a FOMO book because it's got a nice cover to it. But in all honesty, like this Black Panther, I'm not a fan of the cover.
Yeah,
What
me
does it look
neither.
like?
I'll show you because I bought 4 of them. Let me see if I can find my order.
You bought 4 of them? Damn. Okay.
Okay, here's what happened, Alex, because you missed it. It's funny that we were talking about this, right? Because I know this was going to be the subject tonight. So what happened was, I actually was researching the book last night on the FOMO spectrum, and I was like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I should pick up a couple copies. So I scoured eBay, and I was able to pick up 4 for like, I think they were pretty much cover price. And what's this, $23 I paid for 4. So
Not
but
bad.
right now, that's what it's going for. I don't know if you can see that. Let me turn
Lower
it
your
on the side.
brightness.
Yeah, hold on. Do you see that now? Wait, I gotta still lower the brightness on this phone. Hold
Yeah.
on. This stupid things are so bright.
I like your
All right,
shirt,
so
Chris.
Thank you.
So check it
it's
out.
the Avengers hoodie,
Yeah.
that's what it's going for right now. See
which
that?
is crazy to me. 55
So
Yeah,
bucks
it
on a
doesn't
book
look
that
anything
came out
special.
2 days ago.
Yeah, it just came out 2
And
days ago.
there's
I
nothing
picked up
special
4
about
of
it.
them.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I want to go flip this, I could actually go flip it. I don't have to go flip them though, because once I get books like this, I just will keep them for all time.
Yeah,
You
there's
know,
really nothing special about that cover, as I can see. I'm not demeaning the artist or anything, but just to me, it looks
just like I was
a
saying, if you put Ultimate on anything these days, it's just going to take off. I'm gonna make an Ultimate Symbiotic. I'm telling you, watch. It's gonna be the Ultimate Edition.
It's got to be Ultimate Steamboat
Ultimate.
Do You Symbiotic. It's got to be all of them in one. Every FOMO book there is.
Yeah.
and then you gotta make it. Then you gotta make it shiny, like a virgin cover and everything.
I'm gonna actually
Exactly.
put the letters FOMO on it myself in my own handwriting. So I'll add FOMO on the cover. But yeah, man, it's just like these Ultimate comics are just taking off again. Which, what does that do for the old Ultimate comics? It's just crazy. Like when I was collecting back in the day, it was simple. We only had like 1 book to buy, 2, 3, 4. Now you got like 1,000 books. Like I'm going through my packs all the time, and I'm getting new comics in all the time. I'm flipping them, I'm selling them, and I'm still seeing like even Batman now. He's starting to catch up with all the series. There's a Shadow of the Bat. There's Year 1 Bat. There's Year 27 Bat. Like I'm so like Batman, Detective Comics. Like Jesus, Spider-Man. Forget about it.
It's like almost impossible to read everything.
But yeah, I can't. I have it, and I won't be able to ever read it. I just won't have the time. It's tens of thousands of books that I've read
Like,
about thousands in my lifetime. But I mean,
Yeah, unless
sit here
you-
and read, I'm gonna have
Unless
to
you
read
don't
every
have a
night.
job or anything and just want to dedicate yourself to
And then
that.
you can't afford to buy it anyways.
Yeah. Unless you win the lottery and just live off of that money for a little bit.
I wish I could win the lottery, because then I would just buy 2 comics and I would retire. I just buy the Superman. And
Imagine
I would buy the
Imagine
Stanley
asking your
998.
boss for a sabbatical just to read comic books.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
And
You know, like I'm gonna ask my work. Hey, I need sick leave. I have
you know what
40
you do?
hours of sick leave now. It's like I'm just at home reading books and shit.
You make it a mental health week. There you go.
I
Oh,
better
yeah,
not
that's right.
say it too loud because my wife's right over there reading, and
Uh-oh.
her TBR just keeps getting longer and longer. So she might take some sick leave to read some of her books.
Wait, TBR?
Yes.
Her to be read list.
I knew it. I
We're
was trying to
talking
figure
about
that
taking
shit out.
sick leave to just go read your books.
Well,
I
trust me,
said
my
that's
TV.
dangerous because you'd actually do it. She's
It's
like,
funny.
if I could get paid to read books, hell yeah.
I was like
Oh, yeah.
in the background. She's like, okay.
I mean, like, my TBR is beyond catching up, but I'm gonna actually probably maybe tonight do a live reading of this bad boy right here. Oh, Spider Boy #1. But I got all
Nice.
kinds of different variants. Got that one. I'm doing a whole show on him this week, so check these
Yeah,
out.
Spider
These are
Boy 3
dope.
came out this week, and I saw the cover of it. I was not a huge
Yeah,
fan
I'm
of the
not.
cover, and I
I'm
haven't
gonna
read
get.
Spider Boy 1, and I told the guy working my house yesterday, I was like, just put it back. I'm not gonna read it. It's never gonna be something that I'm gonna get to, and I'm probably gonna kick myself because it's probably gonna be the next $1,000 book that is worth hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars somewhere down the line. But
That's
at
how
the
it
end of the day,
always
I don't
is.
care.
Listen, that was my ultimate Fallout 4 moment. I'll never forget that. And I
Yep.
had a bunch of books I could have grabbed. Some of them were dented, so I was like, even back then, I didn't realize that you could press your comics back then. And I know now I would have grabbed everything. So now when I see something that's even a little damaged, I'm grabbing it. But yeah,
Yeah.
I took one. I mean, and it's a mint condition one too. Ultimate Fallout 4. I never touched it. I think I showed it once on my older. Go back older my YouTube and my Instagram. I have them up there somewhere. Maybe when I find it, I'll send it to you guys. So I think I put that Ultimate Fallout next to my 300
Wait,
that I still have
he's gonna
loose.
send us a copy of his mint condition?
No, copy of the post now. Copy of the post. Hope you trying to get slick on me now, Alex. But it's all
Have
good. Yeah.
Do you ever read Jed McKay? Any of his work?
Sometimes I'm more like when it comes to like I don't know like when it comes to like reading like for Spider-Man writing I liked Mitch McKenney, I forget his name, from the old McFarlane, but I do like Dan Slott, and this is why I started buying Spider Boy because yeah, I gotta be honest, I don't say that I'm like a huge fan of Dan Slott to the point that I like everything he wrote, but I will give him credit where credit's due. He is the one who wrote the most Spider-Man books out of anyone in
Completely
history.
agree.
So that right there, you get to say, like, I'm not saying that he's the be all to say all to do all because let's be honest, I don't know how you guys feel about this new Spider-Man that picked up the Dan Slott series, but they cuckolded my boy for quite some time in that book, and I was really mad at that because Dan Slott, you like put yourself in the damn book. Is it just me? I don't know. I don't think it is. And
I
then
honestly haven't read it yet.
Yeah,
okay,
I
well,
haven't read it because it didn't really interest me, to be honest.
yeah, I mean, like throughout that series, so you're not really gonna be. I'm not gonna blow up anything really special in the book, but throughout the series, it seems like Mary Jane and Peter Parker are totally apart. She's with another man who is Dan Slott in that book. I'm not lying. It's like a self-insert of Dan Slott. I think he's supposed to be some kind of doctor, or I don't remember exactly what he does. He's got a weird
So it's like if
profession.
Chris wrote a book and he's dating Black Cat.
Meanwhile, he's just like, yeah, it's like, but he's like a kid kind of still, and he's doing his own thing. He's hanging with Miss Marvel. He's like, the book is to me, it's just like, it's a little annoying. It started picking up after the death of Miss Marvel, and not because she died, but after the death of Miss Marvel, the book started trajectorying like he was going to get back with Mary Jane, and so that's what I'm up to. Like I said, I don't read it like religiously because I wasn't crazy about it, so whatever copies I pulled together and things I extrapolated from time that's been out, I haven't been a fan enough to chase it. But I do like Dan Slott's writing in a way that, well, his older writing. Like I said, this series that he did, I'm just not a big fan of it. I don't like the way it was done. I mean, we'll see what happens with Spider-Boy. This is why I didn't even want to buy Spider-Boy because, like I said, another Dan Slott book.
Yeah.
And everybody went crazy for it. But I keep explaining to people, this is not the original Spider-Boy. There's been a Spider-Boy.
I'll pick it up when it's in the dollar bin.
Yeah,
Same.
I mean,
no, I'll just read it on Marvel Unlimited.
That too.
I mean, like, I literally was not going to buy Spider-Boy. I was, like, totally against it. But I think, you know what? I'm going to buy the first issue. And I got a couple. I picked up some cheap CGCs. That's how I know it's not going to be worth anything. But I said, you know what? I'll just grab a couple of these and see what happens. And I'm going to give it a chance just to see what Dan Slott got going on. Let's see. Are you getting the message, man? Listen, you got to go back to some of the old school Spider-Man and just let your mind flow in that, brother. Come on. I know you want your own style. You know?
The reason I brought up Jed McKay was the fact that he's doing this new series. It's a five issue miniseries called Blood Hunt, and it's
Blood Hunt. I
supposed
think
to
I've
be
heard that.
like the
Yeah.
bloodiest Marvel event in all of Marvel history, which
Oh shit!
obviously
Really?
who knows if that's actually true or not,
It's
but
not.
Did
it
they say
says
the same thing about Echo?
In
He was
today's
the
it
same
says
climate,
thing
the
it's
skies
about.
have
not.
gone
I
dark, the
was
sun
like,
hiding its face from the carnage to come. The children of the night, the vampires have risen from the dark and hidden places of the world. And as one to drown the Marvel Universe in blood, Earth's final night has fallen. Can the heroes even of this doomed world stem the tide of the blood that is to come? Join the Avengers, Blade, Bloodline, Spider-Man, Hunter's Moon, Tigra, Doctor Strange, and Clea as the dance of death begins in Blood Hunt, on sale in May.
If they wanted to do blood like that, they should put it under the Max label, like they did with the other comics that were supposed to be
Yes.
more mature, so you know
Yeah.
what you're getting.
So it does say that it's actually part of a red band edition and it will be polybagged, which is interesting. But like the reason why I like Jed McKay is from what I've seen or what I've read, I should say, of his Black Cat run. His writing's very well done. I love the way that he's able to connect a story. So this might be worth picking up. Another one that was told to me that's been fun to read, and you guys can weigh in if you've read it. Avengers Twilight.
No, I haven't read that.
It's basically like this dystopian future, old man Captain America. It's a police state, and
Oh
from
yeah,
what
I
I can
wanted to read
gather,
that.
American
I've heard of it,
democracy
but-
are under attack, and the Avengers of Tomorrow save a country from itself as their greatest enemy dismantles everything Captain America holds dear. It's a battle decades in the making, and no one is safe. So that just started to come out.
That almost seems
Issue
like it's a
5.
manga like headline. No one is
Yeah,
safe.
like I mean, this looks legit,
I'll give it a shot.
you
That
know.
does look legit. Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'll check that out.
if you're like into that darker shit, it definitely sounds really good. And I mean, it. I love when you can take a story or not even a story, but a character and bring them out of their typical storyline, because then you allow them to grow and change
Yeah,
without affecting the original character.
yeah. I like the
Yeah.
dark shit for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, get them out of their comfort zone, make them go through something, make them change, grow as a character.
Exactly.
Let them question themselves. Is what I'm doing going to work during this time? Maybe I need to try new tactics. Maybe go even further, like getting close to crossing that line in order to protect something. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. I
Yeah.
look at the hero's journey like this: suffer, suffer, suffer. For only through suffering will you find true bliss. You cannot know good without having gone through evil. You cannot
Dude,
know
sounds like you
bad
preaching from
without
the
going
Bible.
through good. But it's the truth, though. Because
I
think
know.
about it like this. When you hear about, like, perfect example, I'll bring up an old school character that everybody loves. Shout out to you, Jonathan Majors, Cain the Conqueror. Why did Cain do what he did? Why? Why? Because he was bored. That's why. Because when you stifle man's creation, this is what you get: a bored society. Man had a time machine, so I'm outie. That's it. So I say like this: when it comes to anything in life, I don't care what it is, even comic book characters, all of them have one trait in common. They all have to suffer. They all have to go through a loss so they know who they are. Like they know who they could become. And that loss can either make you or break you. There's an old saying I like.
Is it like Buddhist? Like,
No, I
life
mean,
no.
it's-
And I'm saying like similar, like life. Everyone's suffering or life is suffering.
I
Kind of
mean,
like that. Like
it
you
could
gotta.
be. Yeah, I mean,
Like it
if you
helps you
want to
grow.
go down that route, I
I'm
mean,
not trying.
it
I'm
could-
saying like that's what I'm thinking of. Like
Oh, it's
similarly.
fine. I don't mind talking about it. I'm just saying, if you want to go down that route, it could be applied spiritually, emotionally, mentally. You know, it just
Yeah.
depends on how your outlook on life is.
Mm.
But the bottom line is that approaching that philosophy makes you a better person, because
I agree with
it's like
that.
you ever had the person like, and I've heard people tell me this on growing up. Oh, rich kid. I can't stand him. He don't know anything. Blah 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 blah. Right? Like, don't mean he's a bad guy. That just means that he didn't suffer the way you did, so you can't relate to him, and he can't relate to your suffering as he's never had to suffer. So one that never has to suffer, how do you grow from such inept ability to not have anything to have everything you ever wanted without having to worry about it? So how do you grow from that? And that's what I like about comics, is that what comics does is this sets up the adversity factor. This is why heroes become heroes and villains become villains. It's all comes down to human emotion and how we conduct ourselves in life and what we choose. Because every path that Peter Parker chose left him to having Uncle Ben unfortunately lose his life. That was the path he had to go down to become the person that he became, where he's not going to take a life, where he will strive the best and he will give his all. He will die.
Yeah, just like in the Spider-Verse movie, Across the Spider-Verse. Now, each Spider-Man had to go through a death in order to push them forward to what they need to become.
Yeah, I mean, like, and that was just to connect them all as to the commonality.
I mean, it's like something like along those lines. Everyone has to go through something.
I mean, how can you know joy if you've never known any kind of pain? Like, imagine just being happy all the time. What do you have that to reference to?
Damn, I wish I'd be happy all the time.
No, you don't, because then you're gonna get
group
bored.
Therapy session right now.
Yeah.
I'm saying no.
Yeah, so all you do is need therapy. No wait, listen. You just gotta give us a little money down there.
No, plot twist. This is not just for your entertainment. This is actually group therapy for everyone.
But this
it may sound fucked up, but it's a fucked up group therapy. No,
so when you talk about writing, that's the kind of writing I like to go for. I like to go for the character who suffers, the good guy and bad guy. I want my bad guy to go through worse stuff.
Like, that's why I'm loving Ultimate Spider-Man so far.
And I think that's what it comes down to. It's just all about pushing Spider-Man throughout the limit, you know? And hey, what's up? What's up? And I just, like I said, it's a dynamic. It applies to everything. Writing, comics, whatever, fantasy, whatever you could think of. You know, like when you watch Star Wars, a lot of people don't get the metaphor of Star Wars. The whole point of Star Wars was about George Lucas trying to get his dad to see who he was. That was the whole point of that movie. He says it too later on in years, but you don't know that watching it. But he was able to take that attention that he wanted from his father and make a whole world out of that. His suffering. That's the whole point of this conversation. His suffering of his dad not acknowledging who he was helped him create an entire universe, a multiverse, if you will. And that's what I'm talking about. If he didn't have that suffering, what would George Lucas be doing?
Yeah,
because his father was into sales, and he had been set up in a prominent sales position growing up. Like, it was going to be like he was going to make money, he was going to make bank. He was guaranteed to make money, but no, he wanted to pursue this project and he wanted to be a filmmaker. His father was against it. So I like stories like that because through his suffering of his father not accepting who he wanted to be in life, it pushed him to make something else from all that negativity and rejection. And the only thing he ever wanted was his dad to be like, yo, like, to show his dad, this is what I did. I wanted you to see. And I wanted you to tell me what you thought, you know? Without that, you wouldn't have had George Lucas, you know? So I think, and if you look at a lot of these stories, you got to read between the lines. I'm not saying Spider-Man was based on anything real, of course not. But, you know, if someone lost an Uncle Ben somewhere down the line in some weird kind of way in that manner, I'm pretty sure.
Every story has like a tinge of truth somewhere in it.
Yeah.
To answer Cray Cray's question, so yeah, coming out in April, Ultimate Spider-Man 4 will be out, which, I mean, I'm here for it. If this is gonna be like a new way that you're doing it, I mean, Jonathan Hickman is an amazing writer.
Yeah, I like Jonathan Hickman.
Not only will there also be a Ultimate Black Panther 3 coming out that same month, there's also going to be Ultimate X-Men.
Oh, Ultimate X-Men.
So I wonder how big this book's going to get. This is going to be Ultimate X-Men 2. So that means Ultimate X-Men 1 will be coming out right around March. But will that also be another FOMO book, or will this actually be like all tied into each other at some point and kind of be this new Ultimate Universe.
It's gonna be like that. I feel like it's gonna be all
I
tied
think
in
it is gonna
together.
be an Ultimate Universe. I
It seemed
definitely
like
think so.
with like the trend now that they've been doing a lot, I think it's all gonna be one universe.
And I mean,
And
with
then next thing you
Peach
know,
Momoko being the artist, you're
ooh,
you're getting into some
Oh yeah, I'm looking at it
dangerous
right now.
territory for artistry of like good artistry, good danger, but like
Oh, hold on.
you're really thinking about where you can go with this, and to put an artist like that and to have Peach Momoko write Ultimate X-Men as well.
She's writing it too.
She's writing it
What?
and
I
being the
love Peach
artist and the
Momoko.
cover
She's good.
artist. Yeah,
Look, that's the cover right there.
that
You guys
I
see it?
love her stuff.
Oh,
I'm
that's
not a
it. I
huge
got
X-Men fan, but I do love a good Peach Momoko book.
a pre-sale. So let's see. We're gonna do. Yeah, my
7
FOMO's
copies.
my FOMO's on high alert right now, so I'm not sure. So let's see. How many should I do? Oh, it says at best offer. So let me make an offer to this.
That's
I'll
why I
give
love the
them-
previews app. So if you haven't checked out the previews app, or if your LCS doesn't use the previews app, you got to go check it out, because
There's a previous app.
everything on there, or
Goddamn.
website, I should say, everything on there allows you to see what's coming and check out in the moment where you can go with it.
Ew, that seems good.
So
All
like
right, so
everything, I go straight to it. I search, so like Ultimate X-Men, and it comes up with everything Ultimate X-Men that you can find.
Nice. Well, I just put in an offer for 10 of those.
Dude, you sort of get the market, and then you see like no one can get their hands on them.
That's the whole idea.
Those 10 are going to be the next 10 that Penguin House loses.
Yeah, I hope not, man. Yo, I'm telling you, I got mine coming in the mail, but that don't mean nothing. I paid for it yesterday. Yo, seller out there, don't make me give you a bad review.
You know, another
I will do a whole YouTube video on it.
He'll come on this channel and give you a bad review.
another writer that I've been loving is Cody Ziegler. He did a lot with Miles Morales for the longest time.
Yeah, I did.
I'm pretty sure he's still on the Miles Morales run, or just recently left it.
I always liked his style of writing because he always pretty much like does it in a way where Spider-Man's old school villains always like bitch slapping Miles around. Like he does that with such finesse. I love it. Like, yo, kid, come on.
Now he's gonna be writing Deadpool.
Ooh.
Oh.
What are your thoughts on that?
That's
interesting.
interesting.
Like I said, I do like his quip and his wit already. So
Yeah.
I think that he would be actually pretty good for quite a whimsical character like Deadpool. I definitely think this could be a good thing. From what I can see from his writings and the things that I know about him, yeah, I think he could definitely pull that off for sure. You know, so that's interesting. Yeah. I would definitely like to see that.
It is always interesting to see how Deadpool books react in the secondary market. Yes. It's either they really blow up or they just kind of sit in a dollar bin box forever. It's really weird.
Yeah, there's no in between.
I mean, I had like a bunch of Deadpools back in the day, the black ones, the original ones. And I remember buying a bunch of them, and I got them not too expensively. But I remember like saying to myself, "Oh, these books are never gonna blow up." So I remember I was giving them out as gifts, you know, and everybody like, and I'm giving these things out. People got them CGC'd, and then I remember one day one of my old friends was like, I think it was one of my kids' friends hit me up, and
well, you have
like
kids?
1920. No, my kid's friend, like my kid has a friend, and they're about, I don't know, they're 30 now.
So yes, Alex, he has a kid.
But I
didn't know you got a kid.
Yeah. I have 27,000 kids. Don't worry, they're everywhere. Shout out to all my children.
Does your girlfriend know about that?
Shh, she's not watching, man. So
Wait, I didn't know a comic nerd could get that much.
Oh my god, you know,
get around that much?
It was hard for me not to get around that much. Trust me, it's you don't understand. when I was growing up and we had comics, it was a different era, man. Like, the girls didn't care about the comics. They just wanted to hang out with the boys. And we didn't care about the girls. We just wanted to get the comics. I'm telling you, I used to have girls when I was little try to buy me comics. I'm like, yeah, sure. Buy me that X-Men. When I was like a little kid, I used to have these two girls that like me. And one day I joked with my friends and I told them, I would date those girls if they would buy me comics. And I swear they both came back to me with like some X-Men. I still got the comics. It was cute. I was 13. They were like 12. One was 14. And they came to me with like X-Men comics. And I was like, oh my God, this is what I want. Wait, that was unheard of back then. Like,
dude, you were a player.
Well, I was a nerd, but I guess I was like, I don't know. I guess the girls liked me. So I was a nerd doing my own thing, but at the same time, I always had all this craziness going on the side.
Did that ever happen to you?
Of course, look at this kid, man.
I wasn't into comics back then. I was into girls.
See, I was always into
Wait, he wasn't into girls?
No.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said I wasn't into comics. I was into girls.
Oh.
And when I was growing up, if you were into comics, you weren't like, girls did not care. Like they stayed away from you. You were the nerdiest of the nerds. And like I didn't buy my first comic book until my wife brought me to a comic shop.
That's how you knew she was the one?
That's how I knew she was the one.
You got a good woman there. Exactly. You're welcome.
She found a comic shop around the corner from us, said, let's go. I want to bring you somewhere special. And I still say to this day that $15 is the most expensive $15 I've ever spent.
There you go. $15 of CGC. See, she took you to her secret place, but it was a comic shop.
The $15 on the book I bought when we first went to Rhinos. I did not spend $15 on you.
That's right, you spent none.
Oh,
damn! Your wife keeps it real.
She is keeping it real.
Keep it real, 100%. There's nothing wrong.
He goes, damn! Your wife keeps it real.
Well,
exactly.
Did you just admit to the fact that I was fucking telling the truth? I fucking recorded that shit. I just fucking rerun that shit and record the shit out of that.
Yeah, that's right. That's gotta be the news short. Come on, girl.
Dude,
I'm gonna turn that into a short. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely. You know, keep it real. Spit.
Anything else you guys are looking forward to coming out coming out in the next few months?
I mean, I do like the Ultimate Spider-Man. I do want to get into that whole series.
I'm
not willing to pay like the number one right now is like $60. So whoever's out there wants to trade me out for a Black Panther, I gotta start setting up my trades, man. I don't want to sell them, but I got 4. So if any of you guys are looking for one and you may want to do a trade and maybe we can compensate a little something, I'll throw you like a signed copy of one of these. Let me know.
I'm looking forward to the Ultimate X-Men.
I got 10 coming. Don't worry, I got you, Alex. Don't worry.
I want to see how that turns out.
Well, I already made a bid for 10. I'll let you know how that bid turns out. I'll put it in the chat.
I'm kind of looking forward to this Ultimate Universe if this really is going to be something worthwhile reading. Like if you can genuinely say that this is going to be fun to read and that this is not just going to be like, hey, we're trying to capitalize on the fact that Ultimate Spider-Man did really well, but we're actually trying to rebuild the Ultimate Universe because people like the Ultimate Universe.
I like the
then
Ultimate
I'm excited
Universe,
for that.
the original.
Yeah.
We're going to reboot the reboot.
No, to be honest, Ultimate Spider-Man was one of the first comics that got me into Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ultimate Spider-Man is still known as like one of the best TV show adaptations of Spider-Man.
Yeah, oh shit! I love that TV show.
Plus, the comic is just off the hook.
Yeah, I love the comic.
I mean, I have them all. I believe. I mean, I have my comics, like Spider-Man, but there's 27,000 different Spider-Mans. Yep. Every once in a while, I'll find one in a pile of. I can't. I try. I don't know how you guys organize your comics. I'm trying my hardest. I can't get them all. Like I can't. There's too many. I saw some hoarder God rest his soul, just passed away a little while ago.
Aw.
And they a hoarder of comics though, so and
So a collector.
yeah,
They're
like
called collectors, not
yo, that's
hoarders.
it. That made me proud. When I saw that, I had a tear in my eye. I said, "You, sir, inspired me to do the same. When I die, this whole house is gonna be full of comics. Then you ain't gonna be able to walk in this place. You're gonna be like, what the hell?
Hey, yo,
Between the toys and the art
when he
and the
dies,
comics."
Chris, let's all let you and me. We're gonna loot his house. No, I'm just kidding. This is for you, Spider's Lair. As we take
Yeah.
boxes of his stuff.
I'm telling you, man, I have so much stuff, and I'm not saying like, I don't know what to do with it anymore.
He's flexing.
No, I'm not.
Sure you aren't.
I'm
You're like,
definitely
I'm not
not.
flexing, but I have all this stuff.
No, what I'm saying is, it's hard to describe. Okay, so first of all, you gotta understand, like with me, I do buy stuff, but also everyone known me that's known me for years, always for the holidays, always for my birthdays, always send me Spider-Man stuff forever and ever. I never stop, never ever ever stop, and it's still coming to this day. It just never stops. No matter, I tell people all the time, thanks, I appreciate it. Don't send me anything Spider-Man no more. And I get like 8 things in the mail throughout the holidays, and it's Spider-Man this. I got 2 figures that I already, like 2 different people sent me 2 of the same figure, the Spider-Man PS4 one, which I wanted one, and they both got it for me. So thank you guys. One of them's gonna get open, and one of them's gonna leave in the box. But that's what I'm saying. Like it's just like,
yeah.
This is why I have the layer, because I really didn't have no place to put all this stuff. And the problem I had was just not having enough time to do all this. This is insane. Like I need a curator of the layer. I have the lady of the layer. She takes care of my stuff, but I've been driving her crazy with all the renovating I've been doing. You know how it is. You look at something and then you wind up moving one thing, and the next thing you know, you're just moving everything around. And I don't know. It's not a flex. This is just decades of collecting. This has been I've been collecting toys and comics since like the late 70s, early 80s. So yeah, it just never stops.
It
Keep
never
collecting.
stops.
It never stops. Take it to your grave. Don't be like, oh, you gotta sell it. No, never sell your collection. You never sell it.
Did you ever read the Spider's Shadow? Like the
Oh
what
yeah,
if?
I love that.
Oh, the what is of Spider Shadows. Yeah, I read the
Yeah.
first one. I didn't read them all, but yeah, I read that. So
I'm wondering if this book is going to be similar to that. So it's DeMatteis and Michael Saint Maria. It's Spider-Man: The Shadow of Green Goblin.
Oh, I didn't
And
read that one yet. Shadow of the Green Goblin, that's dope.
Norman Osborn is the Green Goblin you know, but not the original Goblin. Learn the shocking secrets of the Proto-Goblin and its dramatic connection to the Osborn family. What role does a young Peter Parker, who has not yet understood his great power and responsibility, play in unfolding, this unfolding of events?
Ooh,
So it's the same writer who
interesting.
did Kraven's Last Hunt, and yeah, definitely. I mean,
I'm gonna pick that up. That sounds interesting.
this cover looks good.
Yeah, I like that cover. I would pick it up if I see it. Yeah, man,
So-
it never stops. I'm gonna go to the comic shop tomorrow.
That's another one. This is one of the other covers by
what's
Alex Maleev.
Oh, that's nice.
I like that one.
And then there's that goblin like peeking through
Um,
portal
that's
or
pretty
something.
cool.
Yeah,
Not as good as the other one, to
yeah.
be honest.
When you
What's the one on top of the other one?
it's the Hidden Gem variant by Paul Smith, and it's like
Nice.
almost
Yeah,
like a
that one looks
black and
cool.
gray style with a
Yeah,
little bit of color of the goblin.
I do like
I
that.
like
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that one's cool. But I'm pretty sure that's gonna be like $50 just to get.
Probably. As soon
But
as
you see,
people
my-
start finding that hidden variant.
Yeah. Oh
That's gonna
snap!
be
It's
up
in the
there.
dollar bin. But they're like, nah, you don't get it for $1 though.
There was
It
one
was just
time I had a
there.
stack of books with me and I went over to the dollar bin and I felt so bad because I didn't even realize it because I was talking so much and having such a big conversation with people who were in the shop. It was like on one of those days where everyone was there and there was a big sale, bunch of dollar bins. We're all going through them. and I had a couple books that were not from the dollar bin, and I had a couple books that were from the dollar bin, and I'm cashing out, and I didn't realize how much I paid. I didn't realize how much he rung me up for. I literally just handed him my card like I always do. He
Like I
swipes it.
trust you.
Yeah, I trust you.
I
Like
trust you,
I know
brother.
you're good. He rang every single book up for $1.
Oh
And
snap!
when I got home and I looked at my bank account thing, and I just spent $70. I had spent, I think it was $20.
Hey, dude. I wish I could have that mistake.
I was like, shit.
Did you ever go back to tell him?
No.
Oh, so you didn't really feel bad then.
I felt like it was one of those things where I'm like,
He's watching the
I
show right
don't-
now.
I don't want to get the kid in trouble because it was his son who
Oh,
was cashing me out, and I was talking to the owner. And I was like, and usually whenever that we have a mistake between us, I always go back. There was one time where I was cashing out, and I was having such a great conversation with the guy who was working that day that I never handed him my card. He never asked for my card. He literally bagged up the comics. We're still talking. We're still just shooting the shit. And I walk out and I get a call from Ken, one of the guys who also works there. He goes, "Dude, you never paid. We still have your order in the system.
oh man, you almost got away
Can you
with
give
it.
me the credit card information?" And I was like, "Holy shit, I totally forgot." And we did it over the phone and whatnot. And it was so funny. I'm just like, there's times when you're so engrossed in the conversation you're having with the people you're talking to at comic book shops, you don't even realize how long you've been there or what you're
Yeah.
doing. Like there
Yeah.
was a time I spent almost an hour and a half in a comic shop and it felt like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I like it. Like I always go there to be like sometimes I go before work. To only be there for like 10 minutes. But yeah, it's like I'm there like, oh shit, I got 20 minutes to go to work.
There's a comic shop just outside Buffalo. That's a comic shop and a coffee shop in one.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
that
that's
you
cool.
can spend
I was like,
hours in
that's
there.
genius.
Coffee and comics. Yep, that's what I always said.
Dude, is that
Coffee
the
and
comic book
comics.
store in Big Bang Theory? Remember? Not wait, do you guys watch Big Bang Theory?
Yeah.
But not like how Stewart's one, like the
The
competing
other
comic
one?
book store. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like that.
Yep. Where it's like coffee and popcorn and
Yeah.
have you guys picked up Immortal
Yeah, I
Thor
should
at
do
all?
that.
Huh?
No, I've seen
Immortal Thor?
Immortal Thor. I almost picked it
No.
up. It looks good to cover. I was going to pick it up, but I was like, I didn't get it. You know,
From what I've read
I'm
so
waiting for that
far,
to drop.
I'm enjoying it. It's not as good as Donny Cates' run. I'll say that.
Yeah,
I
Donny
like
Cates is
Al
the
Ewing as a
man.
writer. I feel like it's not. I want them to bring back Black Winter. I want them to do something more with that character, and I really want to just see some more like mythos and like where
Yeah.
Donny Cates was going to go with Thor. Just kind of fell off the wagon when he left writing. So
Donny Cates, man, I tell you, that dude wrote such a great that King in Black. That's like one of my favorite writers. If we gotta say honestly, I think
Yeah.
Donny Cates is one of my favorite writers because he locked it. Like especially with the King in Black. Like for me, that's like one of my favorite. Like my favorite
definitely.
writing of all time. That was a great story. Like and I didn't mind it. A lot of people have a problem with the way it ended. I did it. I liked the whole story. I thought it was pretty tight. Like I wish they would make this into a movie, but nah.
Disney's
I
gonna
thought it
fuck
was
it
the
up.
perfect ending. You
Yeah,
know,
I
it
thought
wrapped
so.
it up in a very nice way. It didn't drag it on for too long.
And they made Storm the baddest biatch in the
Yes.
whole damn series. That's what I
Yep.
liked about it. Her and Thor was kicking ass. She was fighting an entire freaking symbiote that was engulfing a planet by herself and holding her own. I love that story. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. That's like my favorite writer right now. Dan Slott.
He's
I
really
love everything
good.
he does. No, he is. I mean, like, so yeah, I did like when once he's off the series, the Thor series. I don't know. I mean, I'm not interested really. I'll tell you the truth. I may give it a shot. Pick up the first one, second one. I always like to grab the first just in case. I'm a number one guy. Tom
Yeah.
McFarlane's not. He likes the number 13s. So always gotta grab a 13 McFarlane. Always remember that. That's his number, not mine. But yeah. So I am gonna be reading the Spider Boy. I'm probably gonna do a live reading on this. Spider Boy. Have you guys read Spider Boy 1? What do you
No.
thought?
No.
Okay, great. So I'll be reading this probably tonight. I'll probably do a live stream on it. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. And I'll give you my thoughts on this for sure. I'm going to do an honest assessment of what I think about Spider-Boy, the art, what I think about the writing. You know, I'm going to be very well paying attention to. And I have to go dig it out. Have to go get out the original Spider-Boy for Amalgamated Comics. Now, I don't know if you guys ever seen that one, but he looks like a cross between Superboy and Spider-Man. That's what he looks like. And he has a gun that shoots like weapons, so it's funny.
Ew.
So when I saw Spider-Boy, I was mad. I don't know if you guys remember me railing on. I was like, but I'm like, you know what? I found something in the comic shop that was sitting there, so I was like, I picked them up. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give this Spider-Boy a shot. You know, let's see what you could do, Spider-Boy. Don't let me down.
No, I'll pick up this one instead. Jackpot and Black Cat.
Okay.
So instead of Mary Jane and Black Cat,
Yeah.
Jackpot
I knew
and
you were gonna
Black
pick
Cat.
that up.
And
yeah, I think I want that too.
There's the Adam Hughes covers, the cover A. There's also a Arthur Adams variant, which looks sick. And then there's gonna be a variant cover by Peach.
Oh, Peach.
They haven't shown the Peach cover yet, but like this is the cover A. This down here, like
I definitely want that.
Badass right there.
I want all of them.
I want that one.
Yeah, I do too.
That's the Arthur Adams one, and then whatever Peach Momoko can do with Black Cat, I'm there for.
Was those his drawers or his mask?
I want to say mask.
Hey, I'll put it up again so we can. I'll put it up again.
I want to say that's a mask, but
all right. So I'm gonna make sure. That's definitely. I'm gonna make a homage cover where it be Spidey underwear. I'm gonna make us one that has Spidey underwear instead. Spidey Rouge, yeah.
Definitely.
Dude, you should do that. I'll pay big money for that. Not gonna lie.
No, I'm gonna do it. Watch. I'm gonna do
No. That should be your next symbiotic cover.
Yeah, right. Her holding his underwear, laughing. That'll be dope. Oh, guys, speaking of symbiotic, like we're almost done with book 2. I already got pretty much all the art done. What I'm doing is I'm doing a little letter translation myself. I'm gonna do the lettering. So I was trying to get Nico, our superior, to do it, but Nico's been so bogged down with so much work. Shout out to you, Nico. Don't kill yourself. I got this. Don't worry. I'm getting to a point with the comic where, yeah, it's a 2-man operation for now. I do have an editor, but I came up with an idea. Talking to your boy a couple weeks ago, we were doing an interview. I was using ChatGPT for some editing, and let me tell you something. I know that's not what the show's about. I don't want to go off topic, but
you're good.
Boy, this
we always go off topic here.
ChatGPT is just going to wreck everything. It's gonna make I don't even know what to say to the future. Like, whoa, this is insane. Like, what this thing could do, like, it's incredible. I just wanted to do some dictating to Waylon. So I was like, you know, I'm old school. I'm stubborn. I'll sit there and I'll dictate. I'll type for hours. I'm like, why am I doing this? So that's why I asked ChatGPT, hey, can you help me dictate my story that I already laid out? And can you fix it for any grammatical errors? You know, I don't know how you could spell wrong when you're speaking, but, you know, I'm saying it to it and it's laughing. It's like, yeah, sure, I got you. Don't worry. So it's how you prompt it, and it's great. I mean, like, it takes dictation perfect. And that's just, and I gave it, I'm going to show you a couple of pieces of art that I gave him my art, and I threw it in, and what it spit back out is incredible. And that's what I'm saying, like, people learn how to write. Writing is all you need until the AI can outright us all, and then everyone's obsolete. But the art's in trouble. Artists in general, wow, man, shoot. I'm telling you, I can literally.
AI still can't do hands though.
Yeah. No, they can't.
AI does hands like what's his face does feet. Yeah, like Rob
Rob
Liefeld
Liefeld.
does feet.
Yo,
Shout out
my
to you, Rob Liefeld.
one
and
of my
Tom McFarlane.
coworkers, he's an art major. He's an artist,
Yeah,
and he was telling us about how like they had a discussion about AI and what it means for art for the artist.
Yeah.
yeah. Listen, you gotta understand something. With AI alone, just with the art aspect alone, like I gotta say, it's so weird because it's like programming, but without having to program. A
Yes.
spoken programming. Okay, and this is the best way I can relate to it. Watch any of those old school Star Trek, The Next Generations. That's what Chat GPT reminds me of. If you speak to it in a certain way, it'll do what you ask it. It won't do it perfectly, but this is just the 4th generation, and I think the 5th generation is dropping next month. And this is me just playing with it, because you gotta understand, I'm an artist too. I don't want this thing to be making art, but at the same time, I want to understand what this is. So now that I'm actually messing with it, I understand what it is, and it's not gonna make art, original art, and it's not gonna make anything original content. It's not gonna create dialogue. This thing will just spit out random stuff. You still have to have talent to do this thing. But what I'm saying is that this is a thinking AI. This is Skynet. Yo, get your guns ready. I'm telling you, the war is coming. This Google is going. Okay, so this is why I started messing with this more than anything. Because once I think because Google, they have been laying off tens of thousands of people. Google stock's going up, so buy some Google. Listen, I am an investor. Buy Google. I'm telling you why.
I don't have enough money for that.
Don't worry, man. Sell one of your grills, and you can buy.
Dude, the only
back.
grow I have can only go up for like 150. That's the only thing. That's how much the grill is.
And I'm telling you right
I'm
now,
there with you, Alex.
That's how high my grill goes. So
Google has its own. You've been playing with the Google AI, right, Chris?
The Bing Chat AI.
Bing Chat AI.
I've been messing with that. Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you something. I did a little research just to be curious about this whole thing. So what they're doing with that, what Google's doing with that Bing Chat AI, oh my God, they're creating so many things. This whole time that people were on strike and doing this, they were using Chat GPT and perfecting it. This is why it's up to the 4th generation right now. It only been, it's like, it goes a generation every
years?
2-3 months. No, months. Not.
Well, no, I mean like Chat GPT is only about 2 or 3 years old now.
Yeah, it's about 2 or 3 years old now. They had the first one going for like a year and the second one, but then the 3rd and the 4th one just crept on in, and they're about to do number 5. 3rd one was perfected during this strike. And I knew this is what the strike was about because they already heard this was going to happen. But it's already in everything. Secret Invasion. That whole entire intro was made with AI.
Yep.
I don't know if people know that or not, but there's a lot of things that they're already doing.
But without laying off any artists. Right. It was done in conjunction. Like the artist used AI to take what they had and then have AI manipulate it and make it look more
and once the artist showed them how to do that, they were like, "Oh, we don't need you guys anymore. You're obsolete." It's crazy because Chat GPT was made by developers and creators and programmers, and these are the very same jobs that it's going to eliminate.
Yep.
It's going to straight up eliminate. And there is a conundrum because we talked about this from the very beginning. We are fallen people. We are fallen into that kind of society, into the King the Conqueror society, where we're all going to have everything we want, and it's going to be boring as hell.
Yeah.
So always keep rebel. I'm telling you, always keep the rebel faith. I'm Generation X. We crazy. We ain't dying. If I'm not dying, I ain't dying. That's it. I refuse to die. I'm going to take my old school beliefs with me. But I'm telling you guys, this is the future. And I'm telling you right now, for all the jobs that you can imagine that Chat GPT is going to be able to take over in the future, because what they do, they have this thing called they have specific GPTs that are made for specific things. Like they have one that's called consistent art GPT. So let's say you have a piece of art, right? Let's say like me, I sketch a lot. I draw a little here and there. I'm not a great artist, but I sketch enough and I can make it look decent. I can take my sketches and be like, I want you to make this and make it consistent, and they could take my art and put it in different frames and make it consistent. It's just one of the things it could do. I'm not doing it right now. I'm just telling you what it can actually do, because I may use it on one book. I'm thinking about doing myself, and if it works out the way I wanted to, then I will be upfront about it, and I'm going to tell people how I made the entire book. But I have the character, I have the art, I have everything, I have the story. I just got to see how I'm going to implement it and see how it comes out. But I can tell you, just by me just messing with this a little bit, honestly, you're going to be able to cut out so many people's jobs on this. It's not even funny. Editors will be gone. That's it. People who write scripts will be gone. People who freaking do art will be gone. I don't know how the art, like, so we understand, like, what he was saying was just true. They have a problem with feet and hands. That's always been the case. You know, I don't know what it is about those digits. It just can't. I don't know.
So my art teacher was actually explaining it to me. It's the fact that when you see a hand, you see all of the different ways that, like, you're seeing all the different angles and stuff.
Yeah.
But when AI tries to recreate that, it thinks this is like a thumbnail. So put a thumbnail on this side, which will then turn the finger completely around. And then, like, here, it will try to figure out how it can show this side of the finger as well as the front, because obviously, like, hands are a 3D image. So trying to make a 3D image in a 2D image is not easy. And I mean, think about all the artists that have been doing this for years that still struggle with hands and feet.
Oh, yeah.
And then to give that to a computer and say, hey, you need to recreate this, and here's all these different ways that you can. And, like, there's very little times when I'm like, you know what, I really like this. But there's a lot of the time, actually, when I am trying to create an image for, like, a thumbnail using AI, and I try to leave people out of it, or I end up cropping out the hands because they are so janky. Like, sometimes there's like 3 fingers, sometimes there's like, sometimes you have like this hand wrapping around, and it, like, you literally see like a nail right here. It's crazy.
You know what you do to solve that? I'm going to tell you how you solve that. Real simple, because I've done it already.
What?
Prompt that you want the hands to be covered by gloves. And that's it. And the gloves come out perfect. Not the hands, but the gloves. Because now it's drawing gloves, it's not drawing the hands anymore. And I've done it. I'll show you. I'll show you some stuff I'm working on. It'll be like a one shot. It's going to be like one of those Mission Impossible things. So if you don't read it in 5 seconds, it's going to blow up your cell phone. So I'll send it to you guys later.
Wait, so we're going to blow up shit?
5 seconds, yeah. I'm letting you know. So anyway.
Dude, 5 seconds is not a long time.
I'm working on a whole new character. It's not a new character. It's my original novel I wrote. So real quick, I'll tell you about that
boy?
one. No. This is like it's that's good. Yeah,
Imagine,
right?
though.
No, I need that.
Written by Mike Slott.
Simby boy, yeah. Simby boy. What? He can't say anything to me. He took Spider Boy, so that's it. I'm taking Spider Boy and I'm making him Simby boy. Yeah, I'm gonna make a Simby boy. Yeah, why not? He'll have my characteristics.
Speaking of symbiotes, I gotta go after this. Have you been reading Venom at all?
I
stopped
reading Venom at the Kang the Conqueror issues around 8 to 9, but I do have almost all of them, so that is the next read I'm going to do. So you know what we're going to do, guys? We should do this. How about this, Chris? Since we have so many comics and got so much homework to do, I'm going to take on Spider-Boy, and I'll take on, I don't know. Well, Spider-Boy definitely for now. That to be my homework assignment. So for next week when we talk, we got something to talk about. You guys read some stuff. We'll make a little list of what we're going to read. All right. Oh, look at that. I mean, what issue is that one?
Oh, snap.
Oh, damn. Really? I got to go get that. I'm getting that
this
tomorrow.
is the time to start reading Venom. Because
what's the
nice.
Get a close up on the second cover?
Nice. That's dope as hell.
Right?
Oh,
the one on top.
Oh,
dude,
yeah,
that one's... I like that one.
Oh,
that one's by Ryan Stegman, and then the other one's
Ryan Stegman, another one. Yes.
So greatest steps of space, and at the end of existence, within the flowering fauna of the symbiotic garden of time, some carnivorous new species has blossomed, something blood red with thorns and an appetite.
Oh,
So
sounds like a girlfriend. Sounds like a new lady, man. Like she's thirsty with
I'm
appetite.
excited for this because we're
Yeah, that looks
fast
dope.
approaching Venom 300,
Yes.
and I really want to see what they do for Venom 300 since obviously Amazing Spider-Man 300 they introduced Venom, and they're approaching the 40th anniversary of Venom.
Damn it! It's been 40 years already. Jeez. Wow, I'm old.
We're at legacy number 229 right now. So that means in 2 years we could see Venom 300.
Yeah, and I still have I remember all the I think I got every variant of Venom 200. Everyone that you can grab. The Peach Momoka ones, all of them. I grabbed every freaking one I can grab. I love Venom. That Venom, like, that changed, like, for me, when I was doing the Spider-Man, I was hard on Spider-Man. At that point, when it was really, like, you know, that was the Tom McFarlane flow, I call it. Then all of a sudden, it started messing with the black costume and then making it into Venom. And I was like, what the hell is this? And I started following it over. And then they did the first Venom, Lethal Protector. And then from there on, I was like, wow. What a crazy character. I loved it so much. I really
love
like,
Venom.
I never got tired of the character because Venom is like the kind of, like, okay, Venom is like this. He's not the kind of person that you would hate per se, but you would understand and can empathize with why a person would break the way that he did. And that's what I'm talking about with adversity. See, the symbiote had to go through adversity with Eddie Brock to learn its truest potential. It wasn't worthless like it always thought it was. It was actually something more. It was the chosen. And the whole thing about that entire story, I don't know if you guys know about the Venom War, was that this whole entire, I know what's going on in the story, because the part I got up to is where he was talking to the other Kings in Black in the other Black dimensions, because there is a dimension of Kings in Blacks, and they told Eddie Brock that the Venom suit and all that happens to him wasn't meant for him. It was meant for Peter Parker. This is why Peter Parker loses his uncle. It was to prepare him for the ultimate loss that he would have to go through in order to become the god that Venom is becoming now, the symbiote god. I like that. So that's the part I got up to last, but I do tell you I love Venom, and I'm going to be reading that, and I'm going to be doing some Spider-Boy homework.
Definitely.
And I'm going to get the hell out of here now. But that was fun, fellas. I really had a good time.
Yeah.
And
I'll try to be back next week.
Love it. We'll be here.
No problem, brother. We're going to be rolling. All right, everyone. Have a nice night. Peace and love, everyone.
See ya.
Have a great night, everyone.
We miss you too, man.